I am back with a couple updates, more so comments on the Skibicki trial. So the first is that the court has requested for a professional psychiatrist to assess or determine whether Skibicki was of sound mind at the time of the murders. The judge asks the defense for a response to this request. So the defense's response to the request is, quote, naturally opposed, but could not offer up any legal arguments against the request. The judge then says, is that the best argument you have? And he replies with, the best argument. And the judge says, it's not a good argument. This is just so foolish. Like, all that tells me is that this not criminally responsible bit that the defense is trying to argue, even they aren't confident that he's going to be found not criminally responsible. Naturally opposed. Like, you know what? Yeah, we don't need a psychiatrist's opinion on this. Just trust us. He wasn't of sound mind. What? Anyway, the second thing I wanted to touch on was last update, they announced that they had found the DNA profiles of 16 different women inside of Jeremy Skibicki's apartment. Now, just on the surface, that sounds awful. And it is. There's no question. But 16 DNA profiles does not necessarily mean 16 murders. That just means 16 different women were in his apartment at one point and left a sample of their DNA in some capacity. So that could mean saliva or a hair or a skin cell, whatever it may have been. Milk Breath here was getting fussy and needed to make a cameo. A good example of this is that 31-year-old Andrea Cedarwall's DNA was found in Skibicki's apartment, but she unfortunately passed away last December 8th, 2023, from an overdose. So Andrea Cedarwall was in the apartment at one point, but she unfortunately passed away by the time Skibicki was in custody. It is my opinion, and just my opinion, this is not fact, I believe there are more victims, but not 16. I absolutely believe Jeremy Skibicki had something to do with Ashley Shingoose's disappearance, but I don't believe there are 16 victims. I do believe there are more, but not 16.